Okay, Winnie's the first one.
Hey, look where you are.
Look,
Get some foods.
come up here.
Okay. No, oh, you gotta go on top.
There you go. Look at that.
I know. It's so cold.
It is cold. Okay guys, today we are doing something really exciting. We're going to tattoo the baby goat's ears. For those of you that don't own goats, you probably think this is a pretty weird step in goat ownership. But it's something that's required when you're registering your goat. It's used for identification, especially if you plan to ever do any kind of milk testing or showing your animals, or if you even do any linear appraisals with your animals. It's a bit painful, but it's pretty fast.
When we don't want her to.
Okay. Okay, I think that's a good one.
It matches her bright and sunny disposition.
Yep.
Hello, Winnie.
Wow. Da-da-da. Okay, let her out. Okay, you're all done. Come on. Ooh, we can pull on her little collar now and lead her different places.
Okay, you gotta jump. You gotta do a jumpy jump.
Okay, you gotta jump down.
Gotta jumpy.
All right, next up is Tatum. She gets a little treat while we start working. 1, 2, 3.
It's okay.
After we clean the ears, we load the tattoo crimper with certain identification that matches their herd and then also the order of birth that they were in for this year. Then I use a Q-tip and put some green ink on the dots that we just made. And then I like to cover it with this special Duoderm second skin. It's used in a lot of different medical applications, and I think it works perfectly to help the ink set and prevent them from getting the ink all over their faces. Okay, Tatum.
You gotta look how pretty it is.
It's
And
really
move her
pretty.
forward just a little bit. There we go.
Oh man, that looks good.
Come on, Tatum.
Come on, hop down. There you go.
Oh, she's another leaf one.
Leaf eater.
Okay, go ahead. All right, bye. Thanks for coming.
See ya.
Goodness.
He is getting big.
He's got a little tuft on his head. That's
It's
so
so
funny.
cute.
It sticks out.
Okay, Zorro, have we got a collar for you?
Wow, that's
These
cool.
ones are fancier.
Da 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 da.
What's that for size? That's smaller.
Yeah. It's gotta be pretty to attract the ladies.
Look at his eyes.
It's like, why?
Is that okay?
Good job. You like that color?
Gotta tighten it a little bit. Are you guys okay?
They really like that wall.
Getting used to their new collars. And there's Penny just laying there. All right.
Hey, go test it with the ladies.
Okay, bye, Zorro. Have a good
Bye.
day.
Just
Just kidding. Bye.
Oh, that was pretty easy, Winston.
oh.
Winston's.
One thing I like to make sure and do is write down the tattoo letters and numbers that I need for each goat, and then I actually crimp the paper because I want to make sure that I have it loaded correctly. For Winston, it's just the same thing. We crimp the ears, we put the ink on, then cover it with our Duoderm skin. That's it. Look at your cute little beard, your little hairstyle. Oh, you look so handsome.
Come on.
Come on.
You get a ride.
Oh, you get a ride.
Bye-bye.
Oh. Luna.
Hi, Luna.
Maybe we should just
Before I let them go, I always make sure and clip their hooves because it's pretty rare that we have everybody on the stand. Try to make sure that we clip the goats' hooves at least once a month. Sometimes some goats need them even sooner than that. I'm definitely not looking forward to wrangling these bucks and clipping their hooves when they're full grown, but it's gonna have to be done. Just when I think this squash can't produce anymore, I find another one growing on the vine. So today we're gonna use it in a recipe, but first I have to stick the one that we just grabbed to the bottom of the bunch so we can use them up before they go bad. I also have a few peppers on my tiny little pepper bush. And so, let's get started with dinner, guys. Cutting up the squash is really the hardest part, but once we get that done, and once I get all of the seeds out, then I'll start roasting them by simply putting them on a pan, covering them with some olive oil and salt and pepper, then throwing them in the oven for about 20 minutes. And of course, guys, I can't just proceed to make dinner without saving these amazing seeds. Saving seeds actually makes your future plants stronger because they become more used to the climate in your area and more disease resistant. So I'll pull out the seeds, put them in a little strainer, give the rest to Hermione, and then I'm gonna rinse them off just a little bit to get all the slimy stuff off of it. After they're washed, I usually dry them on a paper towel for a few days. Most of the time you have to dry out the seeds in order for them to be able to germinate well. So we'll lay these out, dry them, and then I'll store them in a baggie, and next year we'll plant them again. Next, in a pot, I'm gonna saute some garlic from this summer's harvest, add some ground beef, and we're gonna get that nice and browned. Meanwhile, we're gonna cut up the peppers and basically just dice them. Then add it to the pot with some chili powder, cumin, and onion powder. I don't have a fresh onion right now because apparently onions are trying to kill us. They're contaminated and there's been a big recall, so I'm a little bit afraid to use them. Hopefully I can grow my own this year. I think once that recall is over, I'll buy some more, but right now I'm a little cautious, guys. And finally, we're going to add some fresh tomatoes from our canning job about a month ago. I pureed the tomatoes in my blender and added that to the pot. We'll also add some kidney beans, a little bit of tomato paste, and some broth. I let everything simmer for usually about 15 minutes or so, and you would think it's almost done, but we have to add the roasted squash. That's right, squash should go in a chili. At least I think it should. I feel like it adds a little bit of a sweet flavor, which balances out the salty, tomatoey flavor. So I'll just stir that in, and it's done. The only thing that's missing is some really good onions, but we'll just have to wait a little bit. If you haven't put squash in chili, try it. You'll love it. All right, guys, we haven't been doing a lot of Kevin's crafts because Kevin has been crafting inside.
Yes.
So we have a fun project to share with you guys. Earlier this year, Kevin worked on the hall bathroom and it looks amazing. But now it's time to work on our master bathroom, and it is quite a mess.
It's old. All right, this bathroom is an old mess. You've got the old Formica, you've got the old mirrors, the old light fixtures, and the nasty faucet, not to mention the original 40-year-old tile floor and tile in the shower. So the first step was to take out the old Formica countertop and the cabinets, because we're going to make a makeup area here where you can put your chair under the table. Had to do some electrical work here to bring in the light for the vanity area. We had to take out the old sink, so Ethan helped me lift it out, break apart these cabinets a little bit because they were so tight in there, and a new fresh coat of paint everywhere. I forgot to film a lot of this stuff, so that's why you see it like it is. We put in new mirrors, and then we made our own frames for the mirrors so they would look professional.
All right, guys, he's done all of this work to bring it up to this point. He's epoxied the floor. We got the cabinets in our little vanity area. He's put the frames around the mirrors, and we've got some cabinets above the toilet there.
Got the sinks.
We got cool sinks and cool faucets. And yeah, now we are just waiting on the million coats Kevin has to put in here to get this tile painted.
Yes, many coats of epoxy, so it's super strong.
He's also done the shower in there, but it's hard to film right now because we're still waiting on everything to dry. But so far, it's looking pretty good. We'll have a final reveal when we're totally done with it. Kevin has still got a little bit of work trying to do all the little details and finish up the floor and all that, but it's gonna be pretty cool. My favorite part though is how organized you have been throughout this process. There's gonna be a lot of cleanup to do.
Have no fear, I am here to protect you from scorpions.
I'm safe now.
So while Ethan's milking, I will be checking for scorpions to make sure you don't get stung.
Yay.
Okay, let's check the feed bins first, because those are usually the spots. Don't see anything right now. Ah! Oh, that's just a roach. I'm okay. This is the scariest bin of all. Well, Ethan, you're good to go on the feed baskets.
Nice.
Approved by me, a professional scorpion catcher and squisher, even though I didn't squish any. Karen, are you reading them their bedtime story?
They're not supposed to get that big, are they?
I don't think so. I think they stay pretty small. We're hoping that Karen has made a strong enough bond so that she'll protect them. Because right now, we're not so sure. They're not supposed to get that big, so I think they're ready to go out into the pasture. Well, you guys, Ethan, it won't focus. Well, you guys, the silky chickens are so close to being able to be let out.
Being able to let out. Being able to go out on their own.
Okay. Silky chicks are this
close.
Oh, I gotta think this through. So close to being
Ding ding a ding dong.
I can do this. Okay, you guys, the silky chicks are so close to being able to be let out into the pasture. Oh my god, that was good.
Did it.
I look like a sweaty mess.
Oh, poor Penny. Are you okay? Good morning, Penny. Good morning, Stella. Good morning, Luna. Need a head scratch? Alright, let's see who gets in the milking station first. We got Doris, Willow, and Tilly. Oh, it looks like Doris is first. Oh, no! Willow squeezed ahead of you!
Doris, you're just too lazy. Who would have thought that Willow would have been the best milker, even though she's a first timer?
I had a couple comments on the last video that I'm making milking too complicated, but I don't think that people understand that the milk testing that I'm doing is not anything that anybody else has to do. It's just for us to determine the genetics and who's the best milker overall and the best producer and everything. So I went 12 years milking goats with just a bucket, and I didn't need to do any of the testing. So if that's something that's keeping you from goats, don't let it. You never have to do milk testing if you don't want to. It's totally optional. That collar's really working.
Yeah, it works really good.
All right, Doris, you can come in now.
Come on, Willow, you gotta hurry. Doris is here.
Come on, Willow. Oh my gosh. Bye, Willow. Have a good day. Now you would think that Doris would be an amazing milker since she's bigger and stronger and seems to be healthier, but no, she is not. She's actually the worst one out of the bunch, the current bunch we're testing right now. So she's always had kind of a low amount of milk, so I don't know. We'll see how she does. Now Tilly knows that it's not gonna be her time to milk till the very end. So she just hangs out. She doesn't even wait over here. She just hangs out back there. So the plan is to breed Doris, Willow, and Tilly coming up here. And I'm just gonna wait until one of them goes into heat, and then that will be the first one, I think. If we breed them throughout September and October, they should have babies February, March, hopefully not into April. I'm trying to prevent that. So we'll see who goes into heat first and who we're gonna put with the buck first. All right, Doris. Bye. Be nice to people today. Tilly!
Come on!
Come on, Tilly. It's your turn.
Gotta get up!
She is the worst.
Oh, Willow
No.
wants a second turn.
No, Willow. No, 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 no.
Hello, Tilly.
Tilly surprisingly has been steady throughout the whole milking time, so she might surprise us in the end. We'll see. You eating your breakfast? So since Stella bred with Zorro like 2 weeks ago, we are now just watching to see if she comes back into heat. If she does, then that means she's not pregnant and we'll breed her again. But if she doesn't, then that's a really good sign, and we'll be doing her ultrasound on September 22nd. So exciting stuff. If she does end up being pregnant, then she would be due January 5th. So that'd be a good time for her to have babies. I'm excited. I hope it works. Did you get let out this morning? Oh, she looks so pretty with her collar. You're so pretty. That's their favorite spot to be scratched. You have a piece of hay in your mouth. Did you know that? Yeah, that feels good. How are your ears doing, huh? I know, that feels good. I think Winnie is having her first little heat because every morning she comes over here by the buck pen. Winnie, do you like to come over here every day? What's over here? Oh, she's eating the mesquite pods. That's what she's eating. You're a smart girl, huh? You know that those are gonna fall down and you can eat them. We have this mesquite tree that hangs over the back of our fence and perfect food for goats. Maybe Winnie's not in heat, but when she does go into heat in the spring, then we'll breed her with Zorro. So that'll be fun. They're so handsome. Oh, did you already feed them?
Oh, first I gotta get this to the chickens.
That's the only tricky part of having them in here, huh?
Yeah, if you spread it all out, then the chickens can eat it faster and the goats can't really find it that much.
Yeah.
Kind of works.
So we have 4 of those meat chickens left. We've got 1 rooster and 3 hens. So now we're just waiting on them to start laying eggs so that we can incubate them and raise up another batch of meat chicks. We'll see if it actually works. Fern's so excited she gets the food to herself. Is that fun? You're such a sweetie. Fern is due with her 2 babies on October 21st. We're gonna do some pregnancy care stuff in the next video, and I'll show you guys what I do to help prepare them and make sure that they're as healthy as possible for delivery. I think she's gonna do really good. She's super healthy and super sweet, so I think she'll be a good mom, and I think all will go well. Well, Luna, you're the only one. Luna's the only one that has messed up her collar. I guess she rubs a lot on stuff.
The buck cage.
Yeah, the buck cage, I don't know. Well, I trimmed up Luna's collar, put it back on her, so I think Luna's gonna need the most heavy duty one because she wrecks it. There you go. Okay, Luna, if I give you a treat, you promise you won't wreck your collar? Ow, she bit me. I guess that's a no.
Thanks for watching today's video, guys. We had lots of babies on our farm this year. If you want to watch the video that shows all these babies and why we decided to keep these ones, click here.